I've got a cat down here and I've got a pile of books that you are currently watching me unhaul. I wasn't even sure I was going to start doing it until I started doing it. So I haven't counted them. There's more than I can pick up in 2 goes, let alone 1 go. And I'm just going to go through and explain why I am getting rid of them. I am either going to sell them, I'm going to take them to a charity shop. They are going to good homes. I'm not throwing them away. The thought process behind this unhaul is I just need a change. I stare at those bookshelves every single day. I've had some of those books for a very, very long time and I don't feel like they represent me as a reader anymore. Some of the books I'm getting rid of, not because I dislike them, just because I don't love them. I don't want people to see my books and go, oh my God, that's the kind of reader she is. I want to curate what's on my shelves a bit better. I didn't realise I was going to get rid of this many. I'm sure the number will be in the title. I don't know it yet. Let's just crack on, shall we? No particular order. I have got Black Shield Maiden by Willow Smith and Jess Hendel. This was an ARC that I was sent. It is very good. It is a YA story about a Black Shield Maiden comes to Scandinavia and becomes a Shield Maiden. I'm not going to go through the synopsis of every single book. I do think more people should read this. It's just YA, it's an ARC. This will be going to a charity shop because you can't read. I think other people will find more joy in this. I'm never going to reread this. This is a writing starter, like it's story prompts for you to write. I've never used it. I'm never going to use it. It's got to go. I have had this for years. I think I bought this when it came out, when Charlie was still at her prime on YouTube. She has since transitioned. She doesn't look like this anymore. I used it when I was a primary school teacher. I'm not a primary school teacher anymore. A charity shop will have a better use for this than I do. This is a coffee table book where they have recolored famous black and white images. And I don't have a coffee table, and that is not the kind of book that I like to keep. I am not convinced these are mine. These are the official movie guides to the Hobbit films. I just don't think they're mine. I'm not quite sure how they ended up in my possession. I never look at them. I dislike the films with a passion. I have so many opinions about them. I don't need to own them. All of my Richard Osmans, there's another one in the pile somewhere. I don't need them. I'm never going to reread them. They were enjoyable. This one less so. Thursday Murder Club is a super enjoyable murder mystery thriller suspensey situation. It's really well written. I think Richard Osman is a bit of a prick. I don't need these on my shelves. This is a fantastic book. It is 5 stars. I'm never going to reread it because it's harrowing as shit. Someone else needs to read this. I've read it. It had its effect. I don't need it. This is another Viking one by the author who wrote A Natural History of Dragons, which is why I picked it up. It's fine. I don't really remember much about it. I remember thinking it was fine. It was enjoyable. Someone else will get along with this. I don't need it taking up space on my shelves. Never Let Me Go. I enjoyed the film. I enjoyed the book. I'm probably never going to reread this. That was it. I read this for a vlog last year. It was shit. I'm never going to reread it. Oh, I'm getting rid of a lot of Pratchetts. If I DNF them or can't remember what it was about, or it's not a Witches or a Night Watch, I'm probably not interested. I'm aware this is a Night Watch book. I just don't care about ocean-based stuff. This is one of the bindery releases I got last year. I did get an ARC, but I then bought a physical copy. It is pretty good, but I hated the sequel and DNF'd it, and I don't feel the need to keep this on my shelf. It is really good though, so I'm going to pass it on to someone who will hopefully enjoy it more. There's the other Thursday Murder Club. 2 more Pratchetts going. This was impactful when I read it. I'm never going to reread it. It had its impact. I don't feel the need to keep it. Read it for a vlog last year. It was pretty good, but I don't need to own this. This is just not the type of book that I read anymore. It was a bit YA, and I don't think it is. I think it is actually adult, but it felt YA-y. I'm never going to reread it, and I don't need to keep everything that she's ever written just because I like 2 of her things really a lot. Another Pratchett. This is an ARC I got a while back that I DNF'd and never finished. Another ARC that I DNF'd. I thought this one was really impactful, but I'm never going to reread it, and I will recommend it heavily, but I don't need this on my shelves. This is a good sapphic rom-com in space. It is bland. I will never reread it, and I couldn't tell you what happens apart from there's a heisty situation, I think, and a fake relationship. This was a really good supernatural murder mystery situation that turned into erotica by the 6th book, and that was not my speed. I didn't like the characters or the justifications or the motivations. It's quite an old series and some of it has not aged very well. It's the Anita Blake series. I don't need it. I don't need to own it. I can't feel my feet. That's better. I have blood flow to my feet now. Thistlefoot is really good. I just don't need to own it. It feels a bit YA to me when I remember it. I never think about it. I never recommend it because I forget about it, not because it's not good. An arc that I never finished because it was bad. I don't feel the need to own this. It's a book about bats. I don't read non-fiction with my eyes. I don't peruse stuff like this very often. So unless they're like super tailored to my special interests, it's not happening. This is a 2-in-1. I think I've owned since I was like 15 or 16. I enjoyed it at the time. I'm never going to reread them. It's Dark Secrets by Elizabeth Chandler. An arc I never finished, so it's going to the charity shop. And another arc I DNF'd. Not my thing. I am loosely collecting the Edge Chronicles series. I have tried to read this one. It came out after I read them while I was an adult. And I just couldn't get into it the same because it doesn't have the same nostalgia to it. It's not characters that I recognise. It just felt wrong and bad. So I don't need this in my collection. It's huge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 Squire's Tales. I don't actually think this is all of them. This is all of the ones that I have. I had them off my sibling. I need to check if my sibling wants these back before I get rid of them. All of the Graceling books. This is a fantastic YA series, but again, I don't read YA anymore. I'm never going to reread them. I will heavily recommend them if you're into YA and you want a strong female protagonist and a really interesting magic system. These are great. They're not for me. I don't need them anymore. I read it for a vlog last year. It's fine. I don't need to keep this. Now, the second one, this is Amina Al-Sarafi. The second one is on my most anticipated list for this year. However, I don't remember anything that happened in this book, and I listened to it on audiobook anyway. I've never actually read this copy of the book, so I'll probably just do the same again with the new one that comes out. I don't feel the need to own this on my shelves. I've got 3 more Pratchetts. I've got Colour of Magic, Eric, and Interesting Times. I've read Colour of Magic. I haven't read Eric. If I've read Interesting Times, I could not tell you what happens in it. Oh my God. Did you just see that? Small Gods, don't remember, don't care. Carpe Jugulum is a witch's book, but I don't like the vampires very much in it, so it's going. Pyramids, don't actually think I ever... No, I did. I listened to the audiobook of this. I tried to walk the audiobook. And I think I walked for like 5 or 6 hours trying to listen to this thing, and it was bad. It was so bad and uninteresting. The Watchmaker of Filigree Street, this is pretty good. I do recommend this to people. However, I'm never going to reread it. I don't love it enough that I need to keep it on my shelves. How many times have I said that this video? I have the first and second books in, I don't even remember what this is called anymore. The Name of the Wind. Technically, it's supposed to be a trilogy, isn't it? But he's not. Oh my God, I just dropped it on my foot. The Name of the Wind, Wise Man's Fear, and then The Slow Regard of Silent Things, which is one of the novellas. He's never going to finish this series. I think he said some really dodgy things in the past, and I just don't need these sitting on my shelves. This is nostalgic to me because it's one of the first books that me and my dad bonded over when I realised that we might actually have some books in common that we enjoyed. But that was when I was still living at home, easily 15 years ago. I'm done. I don't need to own that anymore. I don't need to own a copy of the Britney Spears memoir. I did really enjoy it. I think the audiobook is fantastic, and I think it's really important when we're discussing the way that misogyny and sexism works in the entertainment industry today, because this is where it started for a lot of people, but I don't need to own a copy of it. The Palm Wine Drink It. This was for a vlog last year, possibly the year before. It was something. This is something. Whoever wrote this is on something, maybe, I don't know. It is like a fever dream, and it's really funny and it's really odd, but I'm never going to reread it, and I would like other people to read it. So, and then lastly, I have the Mistborn series. First 3 books. I think there might be 3 more. I don't ever want to reread them. Brandon Sanderson just isn't my thing. I think Tress of the Emerald Sea is the only thing I've really enjoyed from him. Don't feel the need to pick up any of his other books. I'm not going to pick up Mistborn again. And that's it. I did not count those. How many was that? 71 books total. I hope this was entertaining for you. If you've made it this far, leave me the stack of books emoji. Thank you very much for being here. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it does really help me out. Say hi to Ratty in the comments, maybe. I don't know. Anytime I get the camera out, she's always trying to knock over the tripod or chew my mic or something. So she does like to get involved. I'm going to end the video there. See you in the next one.